We're
Oh,
here. We're back.
what's
Was that
up?
loud? Hello? Just all up in y'all's ear.
It's not bad in
Anyways,
my ear, but I don't know how it is
okay.
otherwise.
Um, yes, we're back, guys. Hello.
Welcome back.
We're here on another Monday, another Maul Monday,
Oh,
Maul
Mama
Day,
Monday.
and we are excited to be here. Thanks for joining us for another week of two amazing episodes of Maul Shadow Lord.
Whoop.
Um, my name is Jordan, and that is Paul, the light of my life.
That's my
Uh,
name.
that's his full
That's my
government
title.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Light
So I
of my
mean,
life. Paul,
yeah.
light of my life is my full government name.
Except me and like two other people are the, or three other people are the only ones allowed to use it.
Correct. Yes.
So yeah. But
Welcome back.
anyways,
Oh my
yes,
God.
welcome back, my friends. We have episodes 5 and 6. I know math this week, so
Yep. Chapter
yes,
5, Inquisition. And then chapter 6, Night of the Hunted.
yes. If you want to start with initial thoughts, I am not
Oh,
opposed.
no, yeah, no. I we talked about this earlier. We had we had another setup episode and then a good episode.
Yep.
That's just what we ran into. So I won't bash on chapter 5. Chapter 5 was a lot of building. There was a lot of new bricks, new characters, new pieces that were coming into place here, and they needed to introduce that. I mean, when a new, bad guy shows up
Mhm.
on the planet, that's
Antagonist, if you
yeah,
will.
yeah, that's just what happens, right?
Yep.
You have to build that understanding of, okay, this is the way how it used to work. Here's how it's going to work, and then we'll show you it in process, right?
Right.
So that was chapter 5. Was really the showing us how it was versus how it's going to be, and then chapter 6 is showing us, um, it being going forward, right? So we
Right.
got our first um, Inquisitor showing, which was really cool. Yeah, we're talking spoilers already. I apologize, but that opening, or the first initial showing of him where our boy's in the room getting interrogated, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, out of just literally, once again, shadows, out of
Mhm.
the darkness, he just hand on his shoulder, tell me everything you know.
Yeah,
Um,
that was pretty good. That was a
it,
pretty
it
good
was
scene.
cool, and I like that they brought him back, because obviously the last time we saw this Inquisitor was in Ahsoka season 1.
Mhm.
So I'm very intrigued to see what happens. How will we kind of get a little Easter egg of how this Inquisitor goes and joins, other groups? So very intrigued.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What are your thoughts?
They're somewhat on the same lines. I feel like I chapter 5 was. I mean, it was an interesting episode. I'm not gonna say it was like, oh, it was just not good. It was not bad. It
No,
wasn't. It wasn't bad or anything like that. I just feel like it was setting up to the nitty gritty what we got in chapter 6.
mhm.
And that's just fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
Yeah,
I overall I'd probably give it like a 7.2, maybe a
for
7.3.
sure. Yeah, I did
But
kind of feel like. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I'm gonna cut you off. I was just gonna say, like, with Empire now finally arriving, I kind of felt like part of me was like, oh, so like we're not gonna get that like everyday like domestication of Star Wars we got in the previous episodes, right? Like it was gonna be like old school, like
Mhm.
original trilogy, like Empire versus bad guys or whatever, right? But no, we still got, it was still, you know, everyday life just with
Yeah.
a new government occupation,
So it's funny that you
essentially.
say that, because when we keep talking about these episodes every Monday,
Mhm.
we keep bringing up the fact that um, it's bad guys versus worse guys. And
Yeah.
what we saw were worse guys this episode,
Mhm.
right? So I don't think we're going to get, the Rebels versus Empire, or, well, I mean, it was Rebels. I was about to say like original trilogy versus Rebels, the show, but both Rebels versus Empires. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna get that. We're gonna get something completely different, and we saw that in chapter 6.
for
Uh,
sure.
we saw, a Jedi and a common police officer working together against Imperials. We saw Maul working with the Jedi, because he's got his own intentions, but working with a Jedi against an Inquisitor. Um, so it's very. I think it's just gonna lead very differently than we've seen before, and we're at the halfway mark, right? So this is chapters 5 and 6. We're gonna get 8 and 9 next week. Oh, right, sorry, 7 and 8 next week, and then 9 and
Mhm.
10 on May the 4th. So
Yes.
um, I'm very intrigued to see where this is going. Just to wrap up season 1, obviously we know we're getting a season 2, so
Mhm.
it'll be very interesting to come back at the end of like on May 4th and be like, oh, this is where we were, like
Yeah.
looking back at all of these Mondays of us talking about how we think that it might go, or how we think that it might progress, to then finally get to, the final episode of season 1 and be like, oh, okay.
Yep. That is, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Every week I'm excited to see what the next week brings.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? Again, I was at the gym again this week. 2 weeks ago, before the first set of episodes, I missed that Monday workout. Destroyed my week of planning to go to the gym every other day after that. So I was like, no, I need to go on Monday so I can start the week off right. Because if I don't, the rest of the week is just gonna crumble, and I simply cannot have it. I will not have it. So I'm like trying to work out while Maul's doing his thing. And what I found very interesting was uh we talked about it earlier, was I think it was in episode in the second chapter, so chapter
Chapter
6,
6, yeah.
at the beginning, where he's like practicing fighting. I was like working out at the same time, and I was like, not me and Maul bettering ourselves. Like, love that for us. We love two self-care kings.
Yeah,
Um,
it was very cool because it's funny that you mentioned like where you were when you were doing it. So I work from home on Mondays, and I was a single dad this weekend with the kids because my wife was away at a bachelorette party, and so they've been getting me up early. Uh,
mhm,
um, Single dad, a dog, a puppy, and a cat. They've been getting me up early for breakfast, and so this morning they got me up at like 6:30 ish, and so I
mhm.
just turned them on immediately. I was like, okay, let's take Willow out, use the bathroom outside, feed them
Yeah.
both breakfast, and then let's sit back down on the couch and let's throw them all on. So we were watching them at the exact same time, because I got the text, like finish chapter 5. I'm like, same.
Yeah.
Like literally within minutes of finishing it. So it was very funny that both you and I were in the same place. Well, not same place, but like same place of
Same
watching it
time
at
frame.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
Got
morning.
other stuff going on. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I was,
It was a good way to start the day. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
yeah.
made the rest of the day great.
Oh, for sure. Because when I got to work, baby, we don't
Mm.
have to talk about that. We can have another show for that, but that was walking into that nonsense was not it.
I can
Um,
imagine.
but I had Malls to get me through it, so it was fine. Um, but yeah, I want to just jump back to episode 5 real
Yeah.
quick, just so we can like have a proper
Yeah.
breakdown and
Yeah.
talk about everything. Poor Lawson.
Yeah. I
Poor
mean,
Lawson. I knew I was going to feel it from the very beginning. I knew this was going to be a man that I felt bad for,
mhm.
that I just wanted to see win, because he just wants to go to work every day and provide for his son who's in school, who just wants to play sports. That's all. And they're very clearly not getting that anymore. Uh,
No.
with the Empire
It's not going to
showing up.
happen. I mean, Empire shut it all down. What
Yeah.
was intriguing to me is that so they're using Imperial Star Destroyers, but still using Republic dropships.
Yes.
So
That kind of was
that one
that
threw me.
was definitely that
Yeah.
was interesting to see because it's like, oh, so you have money to build all them Star Destroyers. You got those all figured out, but you know, uh it took you time to build the shuttles that you got that they used.
Right. Because the only time we've ever seen other and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm
Mhm.
trying to think of. I don't think we've ever seen stormtrooper drop ships in live action besides 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I think you're
I
right.
don't think we've seen
They're
him
kind of just
in.
always there.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him in animation besides normal Imperial shuttles.
Yeah.
Except for now that I'm remembering, except for Mandalorian when the stormtrooper right after Boba Fett gets his full armor, stormtroopers are in like a similar dropship as they are in 7, 8, and 9. I believe it's like similar build style. But it was just very intriguing that they like showed us still that this is still a turnover phase, right? We're still using Imperial Star Destroyers. This is new, but we still, like you said, maybe they can't afford to create,
Right.
and build new dropships. So,
Well, it's also further solidifies what I felt like, and what's probably been explained to us 10 times over at this point was the Empire. It wasn't like it wasn't something that happened overnight. Like this was like a gradual turn. Like, yes, the purge happened within the span of a day or two.
yeah.
Yes, they started rolling out like imperial occupation right after that, but the empire that we see by the time we get to like rebel, like the probably not even rebels, but like by the time we get to the 4, 5, and 6, it took all those, because what is it between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope? It was like what, 25
19
years?
years.
19 years?
Yes.
Yeah. So like it probably took all 19 of those years to get where we are by the time we see them
Yeah.
in A New Hope.
Yeah, I mean there's a I'm looking at my bookshelf right now to see if I have the copy here or if it's I've got some books here and then some books still at my parents' house because I don't have space for them all. But we never really got hey, what's up, buddy? We got comics and obviously we got Rebels. But there's a book that explains what happens almost, not shot for shot, but like the rise of the First Order in between episode 6 and then episode 7.
I'm sorry.
Don't say it. But we never got that really to explain the true like rise of the Empire.
Yeah.
Besides, Rebels TV series, we didn't really get an explanation. Andor, we didn't exactly get a full explanation. Solo, we didn't exactly get a full explanation. It kind of shows us that they were building, armies in recruiting through Solo, but they didn't give us like this is where we are. Yeah. I did think it was still very cool that they were using TK armor, original like Phase 1 TK armor. That we saw at the end of Bad Batch. What, season 3? Were there only 3 seasons of Bad Batch, or were there 4?
There was 3.
Let me fact check myself
because I can't even barely remember what happened in the second one. Time for a rewatch.
Oh, I remember very vividly what happened. Unfortunately, but it was cool for them to still show this progression that they're giving us. That we're still in the very early times of the Empire, but we're still moving in the direction of the Empire, right?
Right. Yeah. I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say, but like I told you before we started, My brain is all over the place. I got finishing grad school, doing 8 billion things at the
No,
same
no, you're
time.
good.
But
Episode or chapter 5 is difficult. I won't lie. Chapter
yeah,
5 is
it's
difficult because, like we said, it was a building episode, so
yeah,
it wasn't as memorable. There weren't a whole lot of like, ooh, or like, oh, that happened, or this or that. It was a lot
mhm,
of build.
yeah, and like I said, that's fine. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's nothing
Um,
wrong with that.
yeah, it just it's set up to an amazing chapter 6
Three
and
seasons. Bad Batch. Sorry.
3. Yeah,
Yeah, there were
3
three.
seasons. Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Um,
Confirmed.
yeah. Like I said, I just poor Lawson. Like just the man just wants to go to work and go home.
Yeah, I mean, like
Um,
he just keeps getting shafted every
yeah.
time. Every time that man gets shown on screen, he's got this plan, and then the plan
Mhm.
fails, and he's got
Yep.
another plan, and the plan fails, and like
Mhm.
everyone is out to get him.
Yeah.
Two boots,
Hashtag leave Lawson alone.
Jockey, Maul,
Yes.
Inquisitor, the Empire. Like everyone's out to get this guy.
And it's
He's
like
just
he's
trying to
just
do his
trying to go to
job,
work.
and
He's
he's just
literally
trying to
just trying to
be.
go to work.
He's just trying to be go to work. He's trying to be a dad. He's trying
Yeah.
to protect the entire city.
And as you know,
Um,
being a dad is a single dad is not easy.
it's not easy at all. I wish so. I wish I could get a photo of. I mean, like of that scene where you sent it today,
Uh-huh.
where he's got all of the coffee mugs on his
Yeah.
desk.
Me.
Because
Me.
if you go back, he's got his desk is
Me.
just filled with coffee mugs. But I don't know. That might have been like beginning of chapter 6. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me see here.
Was it? Yeah, probably was. I think I remember. I mean, I think I'm remembering a lot about chapter 6 because I really want to talk about chapter 6. I think that's the issue.
No, that's fine. We can. No, it was chapter 5, and
Okay.
it was right after the Inquisitor meets with his chief, and Two Boots comes up with like a fresh cup of coffee,
Right.
and it was like, you seem stressed, buddy. What's wrong? Oh, I don't know, Two Boots. You just kind of
Let's
like
reveal
ruined
what you
the
did.
entire
Right.
vibe that we've had
Yeah.
been having for eternity.
I'm blurry
Nice
now.
going.
Unblur.
Let me see. I've
Unblur me,
I've got it
camera.
That's a great photo. 1, 2, 3,
Am I
4,
on-
5, 6,
Do I look
7
blurry?
cups of coffee are on.
That is crazy.
Lawson's
But also
desk.
me. I literally had one before I left work.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This afternoon. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I cut my energy drinks, but I had an energy
Mhm.
drink at, I want to say maybe 1 o'clock.
And that's okay.
I think I had it with lunch is what I did. So it was probably 2 o'clock.
Oh, it fixed it because I'm a genius.
Oh, there we go. But yeah,
Um,
so he's just trying to go to work, do his
He's just
job,
trying to
go
live.
home, be a dad.
He's just trying to live. And I feel so bad for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then listen, I felt bad for Two Boots last week. He's just following protocol. And Lawson even said it himself. He's like,
Yeah.
look, he's doing what he's programmed to do. I can't be mad at him.
This week I'm
I
pissed at Two
can.
Boots.
That I can be mad. And I
Yeah.
take back what I said last week. Two Boots, it's you and me. I'm taking you to fandom court because why would you do that? I'm suing you for emotional damage.
Yeah, I get it. It's like his core directive. It's what's programmed into him. But like, come on.
Yeah,
Come
like,
on.
be for real.
Like seriously, you ruined everything. You can't see the issues that are going on around you clearly, and then you're just like, "Oh, Lawson, cheer up. This is good. They're doing everything
this
good.
is a good thing. Yeah.
No,
It's like, no, actually, Two Boots, it's not. And let me now show you why. And I think I want that's what I want to happen in the next 2 episodes. I want them to somehow find him and be like, hey, look, what's going on?
yeah.
You,
I mean,
you still
obviously,
down with
he's
this?
seeing some of it where they're like, "Those boots aren't regulation. Take them off."
Yep.
You know, and that's his whole personality. He's named Two Boots.
Yep.
You know, if he removes his 2 boots, he's no longer 2 boots.
Right. Um. Yeah. Chapter 6 was. It took me for a ride.
Yeah, let's get into chapter 6.
Yeah.
You can start us off with chapter 6.
Because at the end of chapter 5, Docky and Devin were in the house, and then Lawson was like, "Here we go."
Yep.
And then chapter 6, we go back to the house, and he's like, "Look, like we just need to take refuge." I feel like when Docky was talking to Lawson, he just was like, "You know, we're Jedi, we're fugitives. This is what happened to us a long time ago. You obviously have no love for the Empire. Take us in, just at least until the Empire leaves, that sort of thing." Um, and it low key didn't matter because the Empire still found them. So, um, and I just think that was interesting because you see, Lawson is trying to do right by bringing bad guys in, but also, how much right are you really trying to do
Mm-hmm.
when you're hesitant to bring in, when you're hesitant to harbor what are technically, because of the current power base, that was a callback to Maul's line in season 7 of Clone Wars. Due to the current power base, they are fugitives of the current law. So I feel like, and Two Boots is going to be the same way. Lawson is going to have to decide, like, I clearly don't love the Empire,
Yeah.
but my job requires me to follow laws and arrest people who are criminals, you know. And this is even the same for like a lot of Empire Rebellion content. It's like a lot of people are starting to realize that there is a gray area. It's not as easy as black and white, good
Mm-hmm.
versus evil, because the evil is trying to tell you that they're good when they're clearly not.
Yeah.
And now you have to decide what you're going to do once you've realized that fact. Because now that means, because like I said, Lawson he clearly doesn't have love for the Empire, right?
Correct.
But as a police officer, you took whatever Star Wars is equivalent to that oath is, right? To
Yeah.
uphold the law. The
Yes. Yeah.
Empire is now the law,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
what you finna do,
Well, the difference is you hit on a really good point there of like the Empire now being the law. A lot of these planetary systems have been under, you know, their own law. It didn't matter who
Right.
was in charge.
Right.
It's difficult because we're at a point where the Senate is still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the Senate powers are still a thing all the way up till episode 4.
Yeah.
So it depends. Is this a neutral system? Was it run by the Republic versus the Separatists?
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely right. The Empire is now the sole ruling power entity government. I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to explain it without like being so immersed within that world, and not like me being outside being like, oh, I'm so immersed. I mean, like being on planet,
Right.
Being a person on that planet and understanding the way how the laws work. Oh, are these laws set up by, the planet government, or are these laws set up by the Imperials? Because up to this point, no Imperial law has been put into play. Up till now, we have not seen a stormtrooper. We have not seen an Imperial. We've not seen
sorry, robot.
No, you're fine. we have not seen, billboards. We haven't heard news. We haven't heard, because this is very not Coruscant, but Coruscant-y type of city where, we've got billboards, we've got all of this stuff all over the place, and we've seen it. Nowhere has there been an Empire sign.
That's true.
So
you're right.
And maybe it's not just Lawson's distaste for the Empire. Maybe it's the entire planet's distaste for the Empire.
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and I think, and it'll be interesting. And your point is kind of reinforced by that one scene where he's like, "Yo, like I know how we can get out of here," and then they go see his contact at her casino. I forget her name. I forget her name every time. I don't even know if they've said it, but I forget it.
I think they did. I can pull it.
You know, she clearly has no love for the Empire too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder how many more people are like that on the planet, because the only instance you see of like anybody like reporting to the Empire is a droid, you know. No locals did it. No locals are like, they went that way, they went this way.
Yeah.
Something like that. They're just kind of getting out the way, which there's no, you know, that what, you know, in their eyes, what else are they gonna do, you know?
Right. Rena Soul.
Okay.
Is her name. I don't know if he ever says her first name, but she is referred to as Soul, S-U-L, in the show a couple times.
Okay.
But, yeah, okay. Rena Soul. R-H-E-E-N-A-S-U-L.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Former bounty hunter was cool. Little
yeah
tidbit that they added on to that.
Yeah, well, he was like, I'm the reason she's still alive. She's the reason I'm still alive, sort of thing. And that was interesting. What was also interesting is back at the beginning of the episode, or maybe it was in chapter 5, where the son calls his mom, and chapter she's 5. Like, dude, like, I'm working. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then that's also another good point about like compliance. Like,
interesting that she didn't know too. Like you think that, and I don't want to, throw an idea out there that's not possible, but from everything that we've known, the Imperials, their moves, the Empire's moves, what they're kind of broadcast from within. Mm-hmm. Everyone kind of knows what's going on for the most part within the Empire. So surprising that he called her and is like, the Empire is here, and she's like,
huh? Yeah.
And she's on the clock was crazy. That she's like, just do what they say. Tell your father to do what they say. I love you. Bye. Click.
Yeah. I gotta go to work. It's that sort of thing. Yeah, that was me? Right. Like,
yeah.
But that also, to me, what that also tells me is that she low-key, she maybe doesn't have a full idea of what the Empire is or what they're capable of.
Yeah.
But I feel like she kind of knows.
I'd be
like, she has some idea.
Like, what she's doing specifically for the Empire. Like,
yeah.
Like, if we get my wife's part of the, I don't
some
know.
Project.
Yeah, project where she's like, she's a, a botanist scientist. Something so low down that they would have no idea what's actually going on, and they joined the Empire because it was money. I mean, like, think of it. Episode 4, Luke wanted to join the Empire. They were the Academy was the Empire. That was not a rebel empire. It's like, oh, my friends are going to the Academy. You can go next year. That he was full on ready to be like, I want to get off planet. I'm going to join the Empire. So who knows? Maybe it was just financial gain.
Yeah, and I want to touch on something real quick that I noticed. That the show, and this is a compliment, the show does a good job of this. So far, the show was called Maul Shadow Lord. We have not mentioned that man once, except when I talked about his fighting style. We've been talking about everyone else up until this point. Because and that is a testament to the excellent writing. If you're gonna have all these characters, flesh them out, and the fact that we're talking about them and haven't even touched on the main character yet, is that's a good thing to me personally.
Yeah, that is a really good notion. That's a really good point that you bring up. The fact that Maul is supposed to be the main character of the show, but we were getting all of these other characters. They were so deeply, encapsulated within their lives that we're like, oh yeah, Maul doing his lightsaber stuff is cool. but let's talk about Lost, or
But
let's
yeah,
talk about that, or let's talk about the Empire.
Yeah,
You know, that's a really, really great point that you make there.
yeah. So I mean, with that being said, we can go ahead and talk about Maul if we want to, because even especially in chapter 6, like this is where I was like, oh, he bad for real. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about every lightsaber form. I know that there's I think there's like there's 7 or 8.
6, 7.
No, they're not. Stop it. Stop it. What is wrong with you?
I work with children.
I know. But
that is what is wrong with me.
I think the original the beginning of chapter 6, when he is using the single blade, I think there is a little bit of his normal lightsaber style in it, but at the very beginning, I think it's something different. I don't know enough. Like I said, I don't know enough about it, but I would love to go and study the forms just for, watch somebody do them all a couple different ways, or just know a Jedi who does it that way. And fully break down and analyze like him practicing, because when he ignites the blade into double blades, he's definitely doing like flips, he's doing this movement, he's active, he's very fierce. I mean, it's very cool. When I watched it with subtitles this week to try and catch anything like we got last week. When it starts playing, the music starts playing and he's practicing, it literally says tense music starts playing. And that was one of the amazing things that Sam talked about when they were first talking about, Star Killer, or no, fortunately, I'm forgetting his name. Oh my god,
Galen?
No. Fortunately, the main character, the one that Sam actually plays.
Star Killer.
Is it Star? Okay, so yeah, Star Killer. Is that?
I thought you were like saying like what's his like real name?
No. He talks about
it's Galen Merrick, by the way.
Oh, okay. He talks about a moment where he is meditating and he's trying to form his lightsaber back together. And as a Sith, he was trained to not be calm and not like, we see it in Clone Wars where the kids are like, and they're slowly floating and they're just like, and it's forming together. But when we see it in the game, it's very like methodical and twitchy and angry. So when we see him and he's like, Maul's calm, but he's tense underneath.
Yeah.
Like he's in this self-inflicting battle of like, okay, do I do this? Do I do that? What's the right option? What's the right choice? What's the right move? Everything has to be so well planned out because my full intentions are making, this Padawan, my Padawan. But what do I have to do to get there?
Right.
Do I have to protect her and her master for a little bit? Do I have to kill her master? Do I have to let the Empire kill her master but save her? Like what is my path? So and we saw him putting pieces together at the end of chapter 6 of let me help Devin out and I'm gonna go and take on this Inquisitor. Her master's not there, and when she goes to attack me, I'm just gonna put my lightsaber away.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna full go vulnerable, basically. And if she wants to attack, she could attack. Yeah. Her lightsaber was still on. She could easily have slashed at him. Now I've got no doubt that Maul would have been able to deflect it, but like we're still seeing like this.
He took a chance as far as he was concerned.
Yeah, this such beautifully well designed bad guy. Yeah. Who every decision is so well played out. I used to say that I'm blanking on names tonight. I'm doing such a terrible job.
It's Monday.
Baylan Skoll. I used to say that I think that Baylan Skoll was my favorite bad guy because there's like really bad guys, and we put like Vader and Palpatine on that list.
Go for Papa Palpatine.
Yeah, right. And I thought I thought Balin's skull was like just an average, but like a good bad guy. Like he's very same thing. Like all of his moves are kind of played out, but he's doing like his vibe.
Yeah.
I think Maul tops him in this show.
Really?
Maul is just, he's out there for selfish intent, but he's doing it in the best way.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense? Like
that makes a lot of sense.
He's out there doing his own thing, but he's doing it in a way that makes it seem like it's just the world, putting the pieces together, and not him standing over the puzzle and putting them together. Everyone from the outside looking in, it's like, this is just the way how everything works. But he's over there putting every little piece in place.
He's like,
okay, yes. I see the big picture here.
Yeah.
No one else sees it, but I'm putting it all together.
Right. That's interesting, because I know how you love some Balin. So
I really like Balin. I was devastated when Ray Stevenson passed. Because I knew that the character would never be the same. But Ahsoka season 2 is in work.
Yeah, we're gonna see what they do with that. I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do with that. Like, and back to that same scene with Maul, like essentially letting his guard down right before. I mean, that whole fight scene, start to finish, when they started being chased from the casino to the train and all that. I was like, oh, this is peak to me. This is peak for me 100%, because even while they were fighting, the Inquisitors like, where's Maul? And Maul's like, here I am. It flips off that train. I said, oh yeah, yeah, he's that dude. Yeah, he is 100% that dude.
That was a very cool, like, I believe it's his line, like, I'm right here.
Oh, he says, I'm right here, or here I am, something like that.
Let me see. I've obviously, just like last week, I got it up over here on the side so I can see it all happening beautiful.
Yes.
Let's see. All right, we've got the fight. He's flipping over. Boom, boom. Devin grunting and yelling. I can't, like, 10-second it, because it's the 10 seconds are too fast, because it's a fight scene, right? Like, if I do 10 seconds, he's already gone. Whoa. Hold up. Wait a second. What was that? Sorry.
Hello? What happened?
Oh my God. how did I miss that? How did I miss that?
What's happening?
So, okay, there's the scene where they're fighting on the train right before Maul shows up, and it shows the side panel of the train going by. It's Maul's silhouette in the darkness.
I didn't even notice that either. I was half paying attention to get it, because I was.
Oh my God! I'm gonna
binge pressing my life away.
Yeah, we'll make this a clip. I'll have to find a way to get that photo. That's,
I didn't even notice that. So he's on some like Captain America in the subway type.
Yes, yeah. So like his appearance on the train is not like he's just here now. No, he was there the whole time. He's there
the whole time.
There's Maul. Tell me,
Darth Maul.
I'm right here is what he says.
I'm sorry.
And then he
formerly
flips.
Darth, now just Maul.
Oh my gosh,
is that guy? Like
he is him.
100% that dude.
How did I miss that?
100% that dude.
Oh God, this show is so good.
Yes,
it's so good, because I watched it specifically before the sun came up today, so that I could have it on the big screen and get like a full view of everything without any glare or anything, and the lights being full dark. This show is so good. The animation, the design, the work, it's so good. Just like those little tiny bits and pieces where you're like, oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Now I gotta go back and rewatch and look for that part. Listen.
I also
film. Dave, Sam.
I do love, because it's still playing here, and
congrats.
And when the Inquisitor like turns on the full blade, and it goes spinning, and Maul lights his up, and he's just like, doing the paddle swing,
Yeah,
like trying to like intimidate him, but the dude's like full lightsaber. He's like a
like,
helicopter over
bro,
here.
ain't nobody got time for that.
No, this is and this is great because oh god, the subtitles are perfect. I'm so glad you mentioned that last week because as he's
Yeah,
fighting,
because now that I know about it, every time I'm like, gotta pay
you
attention
got
to
to
the
read it.
subtitles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because during their fight, it literally says, Inquisitor grunting, Maul chuckling.
Oh,
Like he was laughing during the fight. He was like,
right,
haha, just like, look, I'm going to beat you.
right.
Like, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm just here
Like
for
this is
practice here at
right.
this
This is
point.
just what's happening. Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
man.
Lucasfilm, congratulations. I mean, I don't congratulations.
It's so good. And let's move to the end of the episode because we both brought it up this morning that we don't see who he is bowing to. And I have a couple thoughts, but I'll let you go first before I go deep into my own mental lore.
I literally, so my brain has two suggestions, theories, predictions, whatever you
There's
want to
only
call
two.
it.
There's only two. Yeah.
It's the master or the apprentice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my first thought was Sam's already Maul. Why would they pay somebody else to voice somebody else when he's voiced Palpatine in the past?
Mm-hmm.
It's Palpatine. But then I'm like, who's the boss of the Inquisitors? Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, it's only one of those two. But I mean, either way, I'm gonna be like, oh my god.
If you had to put money down right now, or like lightsaber to your throat, who is it?
Palpatine, because he was already in the Bad Batch, so I could see them being like, we put him in a cameo in the Bad Batch, let's put him in a cameo in Maul.
Okay.
And the only other reason I'm saying that is because, I mean, they probably muted it on purpose, but like you don't hear breathing. Like that's the thing. You don't hear mechanical breathing.
Yeah.
So it's like, but they probably muted it so we couldn't hear it. And then when it cuts back to that next Monday, you'll hear the breathing. If
you hear like the first breath, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in the same boat as you. Obviously, there can only be two. A master and apprentice. There can only
be two.
My heart says Vader, but my Star Wars lore brain says Palpy. Okay. Not because of the voice acting, but because of two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Vader, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember Vader ever being referred to as my lord by any of the other Inquisitors.
By the Inquisitors, no. One of the only times I hear it is when it's
like an Imperial general.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or a captain. It's like, my lord. Kind of like that stumbling vibe. But I don't.
Or like in Rogue One, where he's like, "My lord, Director Krennic is here."
Yeah. But second thing, when's the last time you've seen an Inquisitor kneel to Vader?
That part. Did Grand Inquisitor do it in Rebels? But he may have been the only one.
The only time it ever happens is when people are about to die.
But he don't die though, because he in Ahsoka.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But we see Vader bend a knee to Palpatine every time. We even saw Grievous bend a knee. We saw, Dooku,
Lord Tyrannus.
Yeah, all of them bend one knee.
Not me though. If I was,
that's what I'm saying. It's always one knee.
I'll be like, I'm not kneeling to you, Palps.
And
sorry.
Here's the thing. Let's put ourselves in the time period. So we're not at Kenobi at all at this point. We still have like 8 years till we even get close to the timeline of Kenobi, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, Vader has no previous interactions with Maul that we know of. Right. The only knowledge that Vader has of Maul is that his previous master faced him and, took him on multiple times during the Clone Wars. Right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think Anakin ever faced. God, I'm so like careful at like saying things that I don't think could be right or can't be right.
He didn't face
Maul. He never saw Maul.
no
Besides holograms, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think Vader would have any part about this. And on top of that, this is the one Inquisitor that we've seen that has never kind of interacted with Vader. He's kind of been like, on his own, doing his own thing, with working with other groups, as far as we know. But that's past Empire, so it's kind of hard to be like, oh, he's worked with other Imperial groups. Well, of course, he's a bad guy. I don't know. Like we never saw him in Kenobi. We never saw him in Rebels.
Right.
Maybe this guy is just an Inquisitor, but working. He's just a dude. Like a head. Yeah, working as like a bounty hunter for Palpy. I don't know.
Maybe. And here's the thing: we also could be thinking way outside the box. It could just be Grand Inquisitor. It could just be Grand Inquisitor, low key.
Oh yeah, it easily could just be the Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah,
that he's reporting back to, and then the Grand Inquisitor will report back to Vader, and Vader will report back to Palpatine, and then it'll come back down. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It could easily be that. And I didn't think about that until
hired a man to kill Padme, and he hired a woman. She hired a
droid. And if you really want to get technical, the droid hired Bugs. Yeah. No, it could. We're like down to like a full rabbit hole of could have beens. But my head does say Palpatine.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
That's
a really good point. Like I didn't even think it could be the Grand Inquisitor that he's reporting to. Yeah.
I always like seeing him and stuff.
Palpatine?
In Bad Batch, the one time he just rises up from his chambers and he's like, F the clones, we're making stormtroopers.
Yeah.
See you later. And then leaves.
I thought he was also a really fun piece in Rebels.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool to see him as, Chancellor Palpatine to go to Emperor Palpatine. I thought it was very cool.
Yeah. So in final ratings for both episodes?
Yeah, 7.3 for chapter 5, like a 9.2 for chapter 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about the same. 7.3, 7.4, and then I'm gonna go 9.5 just because I really like the fighting and the graphics, the lighting, the animation, the fire. I was really impressed by the fire. I was like,
yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah,
the house being on fire is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, Lawson, your house is on fire, but the fire looks really good.
The fire does look really good. It reminded me of a better animation, like just a step above the Ahsoka Inquisitor fight.
Yeah. I think this is what I want. If they continue with the Tales series, this is what I want. That's what
I just love that every single panel, if you break it down by screen panel and shot for shot, every single panel looks like it was hand painted by somebody.
Yeah.
Like even the background, like last week when we had Daki talking with Lawson at the at the game, and just the people walking in the background where you can't exactly see their face, but you can tell that they're figures in the background. But if you pause it, they do look painted.
Yep.
It's just a very, very fantastic. Sorry, I just got a text from my wife. So it's just a very, very fantastic series.
Yeah,
I like that we got a full name out of
I was just about to
Daki.
bring that up.
Uh,
Yes,
I think it was what E- Ike Doki Daki.
something like that. I'm trying to pronounce it, but yeah, Iko Diodaki. Yeah.
Iko Diodaki. Yeah. Okay.
hmm
Yes. Yeah. Also, I did love that
If
that he
anything
was like,
happens to him in next episode, Sam's gonna be you and me.
I'm seeing a lot of hate for Daki. I don't know.
Why?
I don't.
For what?
I don't know. I don't know. No one. I've just seen like a couple videos where they're like, can't stand him. What's to hate? Like truly, what is so wrong with Daki? I don't understand. I've seen like 4 different groups of guys talking about Daki, and they're like, can't stand him, kill him, get rid of him. Like, well,
That's
why?
so weird. I mean, I have a theory, but this is neither the time nor the place.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
he's going. Unfortunately, like that's I
Oh yeah,
only see that
he keep
as
getting hurt. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he is hurt now. He's
Yep.
still hurt.
hmm
But I did like when he was talking with Lawson, and he's like, "Look, here's what happened," and Lawson's like, "That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
A purge of the Jedi? That what do you mean? Like that's baffling."
Lawson's about to see how evil the Empire really is.
Yeah,
Like
well,
he may not like them now.
yeah, how they made up this sham saying that the Jedi tried to take over.
hmm
You know, the
Into
world
that,
doesn't know. They
right?
truly do not know. They are under propaganda of like, oh yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah. Into that, I say, Lawson, welcome to the rebellion. Maybe not in Maul, or maybe not even in season 1, but he gonna be like, nah,
Yeah,
something's gotta give. Yeah.
this is a great show. This is a
It
great show.
is. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We have a few reminders. A few reminders that I thought I put in here but can't find anywhere. Um, yeah. Well, the Mandalorian movie, we're just at about a month
Yeah, I mean,
until
we talked
Star
about it.
Wars returns to the big screen.
We got a new trailer 4 days ago.
Yeah, and
Um,
that was pretty cool.
a lot was dropped. I only watched it today because in my
Okay.
head I was like, I'm not gonna watch this trailer. I don't want to get spoiled
Right.
any more than I
Yeah.
already have. And then we said we were potentially talking about it. So like right before I was like, I gotta watch this 3 times. So I watched the trailer 3 times in preparation for it. But hit us with the announcements. Let us know that what we're looking forward to and what's coming up.
Yeah, for sure. We got that, and then my friends who you all know from previous the beginnings of this thingity thing. We are going to be at Comic Palooza the same weekend as the Mandalorian movie. I don't know how all of this is going to work, but we are going to make it work.
What day is your panel?
So we don't know yet.
Okay, that's an issue. You got to do like a midnight showing.
Okay, so I'm seeing the movie Thursday night.
Okay, all right, good.
Going to work the next day somehow because I'm used up on my PTO visiting you.
What's that? Well, I'm coming to see you the week before, so
yeah, I took a bunch of PTO for that also because I graduate the previous week and I was not finna be at work stressing myself out all week trying to graduate and plan a graduation party. I'll see them the next week or maybe we'll see. But yeah, yeah, so we're gonna see the movie Thursday night. So the 24th, the 21st, and then the 22nd, we'll start the Comic Palooza weekend. And we have mostly done panels on Friday or Saturday. I'm really hoping for a Saturday slot this year. But anything they do, anything they tell us to do, I'm gonna do it. They say jump, I say how high.
Yeah, no, honestly,
that's just the relationship we have.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they keep inviting you back to
exactly.
to come.
They've been so good to us. So far be it for me to try and do anything else. So we have that to look forward to. And yeah, it's just gonna be a good year for Star Wars. I feel like Star
It
Wars
is.
Celebration came out with their ticketing information.
Yep.
I'm not gonna be able to buy a ticket on May 6th when it drops.
Nope.
So, the rest of you, may the force be with you. And I will try. Paul and I, we're gonna do whatever we can to get there because we really want to get there.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it came out, and I sent Jordan a text, or I
we
sent
gotta,
it on Instagram. I'm like, look, we've got a year
we got a year to figure it out.
to get big enough in the Star Wars community for someone to be like, these guys are pretty cool. We'll
Come
give them
on
an
down.
invite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or even just, I don't know, just even if we bought like a Friday and Saturday pass
yeah,
later on down the line, that'd be cool too. But we're gonna figure out a way to get there. We will get there and see all your beautiful faces.
yep.
I met people at the last celebration who are probably gonna be there. So I'm not, I missed it last year when it was in Japan. I can't miss it in Los Angeles. It's in our backyard.
Mhm.
So we will figure it out.
A couple things from my end. I've got no announcements, just some things that I want people to be aware of. If you haven't watched it yet, go over to Adam Savage Tested. He does like a full walkthrough with John Favreau of the Mandalorian sets.
Yes.
He also posted one today, like 10 hours ago, of him inside the new Razor Crest. Yeah, they're just really they're short. The one's 20 minutes, the next one's 13 minutes. They're just really cool videos that if you're a Star Wars fan and you're looking and you're like getting to walk along with them through
Yeah.
the set departments, it's very, very cool thing to look
Yeah, I
into.
need to check that out. I know this is a Star Wars recap show. Maybe we'll do another video at some point about it. We could do a separate video. But also, Avatar The Last Airbender, the whole movie leaked. Guys, I'm not here
I
to
didn't
tell
see it.
anybody what to
I didn't
do.
see it.
I didn't see it either. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, but please, please, please support the official release when it comes out. The animators and the directors, the creators of Avatar, who we've known for years, have worked very hard to bring us this movie. We were already supposed to get it last year. We did not. So when it comes out, please, please, please watch it. I have my own opinions about the leak, but again, that's gonna be for another video because I don't need the heat right now. I can take it though. Don't ever get it twisted. I said what I said. One thing about me is now I'm careful with what I said, but when I'm not, and even when I am, I still said what I said. So yeah, there's a little tidbit rant I went on about John Boyega and early Star Wars culture days. For those of you who remember, I stand by every word. I said what I said. But yes, but yeah, I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, can't wait
Next
for
Monday,
next Monday. Can't wait for
May 4th.
May 4th is going to be cool this year. I'm very excited to see what comes from it. It was also like just on this last end leaked, maybe potentially Magic the Gathering getting Star Wars.
Oh, that'll be real cool.
Yeah. So what happened was on the bottom of every Magic the Gathering card, they have like this official like hollow print that says that it is a Magic the Gathering card. Well, this last week
Yeah,
someone opened one and they had X-wings as the print.
very nice. I always
So
said like one of my ships that I would own if ships were real. If starships were real, I would have an X-wing and a Jedi Starfighter just because I'm bougie and can have multiple things if I want to.
yeah,
So look at
this is my favorite. Small size set
Yeah,
one is Poe's. I really really like the wings. The fact that they come up and just the way
that
that,
is
that
so
everything puts
cool.
together. I'm just a really fan of this one. I am
I
excited
have
for the UCS. It's funny. So I've got Poe's X-wing on this side, and I've got
mhm,
Mando's Naboo Starfighter on the other side. I'm very very excited for the UCS
yes.
Naboo Starfighter coming out on May 4th. It is
Yes.
a Star Wars drop. You will get the Dark Saber as a gift with purchase. So if you guys are as big of a Lego fan as I am, keep an eye out for it. Go and try and buy in person. It makes it a lot easier to kind of just pick it up and have it.
I feel like that makes it more fun too.
It is fun. Yeah, it's way more fun. I'm very blessed that where I am, there are 2 Lego stores in the exact same place. There's an inside and an outside one. So
we visited them.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, no. So I can get it from either one if there's a terribly long line. So I will probably be picking it up.
Yes. Yeah, I still have. For a few years ago, I got the Ahsoka ship that she uses in the series. I still got to build that. Maybe I'll whip it out. The Lego set. Maybe I'll pull it out again, the Lego set, and do it while we're talking about Maul for May the 4th. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a separate May the 4th stream, and I'll just do that.
Is it the T7?
I think so. I can't see it from here.
I've got the original one. I'm just trying to remember it.
Yeah, but no, all that good stuff is happening. Fortnite is having Fortnite always does like a big Star Wars update. They haven't announced anything yet. The only thing they did announce was Unreal Engine. If you are well versed in creating things in the Fortnite Unreal Engine, it's just Unreal, and it's not specifically Fortnite, I guess. But you too, friend. You can create Star Wars maps in Unreal Engine, and they will go. You can publish them to go live starting, I think, May 1st. And so I think a lot of people on May 4th are going to be playing those, and I think that's going to be like kind of like the Star Wars update this year.
Unfortunately, I am not a big Fortnite person, but when the Star Wars stuff came out last year, I hit it very, very hard. I mean, when Destiny brought Star Wars back, I went back to. I told myself I would never go back to Destiny 2. They dropped Star Wars. I played the entire series and got to a point where I was like, okay, I've done enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will probably be playing Fortnite again when they drop more Star Wars content. So
yeah, maybe we'll find a way to make a video for that. Or
hey, we could always go live on my Twitch. You guys can find me at all socials at PaulTrysLife. It's just right here. I'm at YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. Like I said, I haven't been live in a minute on Twitch, but I'm gonna try and get back. Working really hard. These Monday schedules have been nice where I've got it set and planned. So
yes,
but I'm hoping to do big things. I'm really excited to hopefully continue to do big things with Jordan here. And I'm so blessed that I've we've found like this Star Wars community and a friendship and able to do this stuff because Star Wars is just so great. And it's for everyone. So thank you, Sam, and
remember we're on a first name basis.
And
yes.
No,
and thank my Squirtle fidget.
No, it's just a great time to be alive as a Star Wars fan. We're getting all of this content. It's awesome, and I love it.
Yes.
But, thank you guys for watching.
We will see you guys next week. Thank you again. Follow me on all the things. It's all in the description, guys. Honestly, I'm going to get good at outros and intros one day. Today might not be that day, but y'all know me. Y'all love me, so it don't even matter. But I'm going to see y'all next week. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.